Good evening. My name is Doru Gero. I am chairman at World Organization of Surveillance and Close Protection Professionals. And now we discuss about detection and counter surveillance, the difference between two methods. We start with detection and surveillance. As we already know, surveillance is an investigative method that aims to secretly obtain information about a person, property, area with the aim of answering the question asked by the beneficiary who submitted the investigation's request. This request this requires a reaction on the part of covert investigator and a counter reaction on the part of the person we are going to investigate. I am sure that many investigators make the difference between the two methods, but unfortunately, they are explained as if it were only one method. We analyze this aspect in turn, also found in my books for the first time in the field. 1. Surveillance detection. 2. Identification surveillance or counter surveillance. 1. Surveillance detection represents the activity of checking the person under investigation if he could be the subject of an uncovered action. The action mentioned depend of each individual, more precisely, how skilled they are, how accustomed they are to the surveillance activity. Those who have developed or native skills will be much more attentive, more receptive to the transformation taking place in their immediate vicinity. On the other hand, those who are not endowed with these skills have not been specialized, will not give a great importance to the environment in which they carry out their activity, and will allow the activity of the investigators to take a place undisturbed. In the judicial environment, things change because in the most cases, the person being investigated is used to such law-breaking activities and is, of course, much more attentive when he prepares a criminal act. They leave home early, come late at night, leave signs, check certain aspects. They are constantly on the alert, although they do not let this be seen. Surveillance detection can be performed while moving on foot, while traveling by car, while traveling with public transport, bus, underground, and another, and following a route to track team cars. Regarding the detection possibilities, I wrote in my books, which are also my intellectual property, and I explain dozens of surveillance detection methods, how they are carried out, as well as their variants. In conclusion, the surveillance detection method is a method performed only by the investigated person without calling on another people who apply various self-verification methods on certain moments of the operation. In the fields, the term are target self-verifying is used. The investigators when speak at the radio station. The target self-verifying. Counter-surveillance. Counter-surveillance represent a set of methods and technique performed by other people that help the investigated person to identify the surveillance activities based on a legal contract. This method is much more professional than surveillance detection, since several people participate who know covert surveillance very well, with more logistic base. Counter-surveillance are a very complex method, not like self-detection, self-verifying. No. The application of the method can take on complex and sophisticated forms, depending on the activities carried out by the person under investigation. This method is used by important people, citizens, personalities, politicians, who have many organized meetings and do not have the necessary preparation, time, and attention for such situation. In order to solve this problem, they sign the contract with specialists in the field who give him a state of peace, contentment, and security, specifying that he should not be the leader of a gang, a group of the deals with illegal business. Illegal business, crime, organized crime, and another. In this case, depending on the situation, the effective involvement in the activities of the team, members is assessed, after which it can be decided, including that the team or only a part of it was accomplice in the beneficiary's action. For this aspect, it is good to specify in the contract that the team will strictly carry out action to protect the personality and not others, such as the establishment of terror, dispossession of goods, robberies, or another criminal acts. Counter-surveillance is classified in counter-surveillance carried out using the root method, which is divided into counter-surveillance carried out on foot by 1, 2, or more investigators, and counter-surveillance carried out with cars. Counter-surveillance carried out without the help of the root method is divided into counter-surveillance carried out on foot by 1, 2, or more investigators, counter-surveillance carried out with cars, and mixed counter-surveillance, foot and with cars methods. In my book, Volume 2, you can see dozens of working methods for the first time, since no author has debated this issue in details, and at this moment, other authors have not identified that there are two totally separate definitions. In Volume 2, you can study the many variants of counter-surveillance, and you will know this lesson very, very well. But lessons without practicing in fields is not a good job. Conclusion we can draw after this meeting. Detection and counter-surveillance are different methods in surveillance, and who performs the method makes the differences. Finally, I would like to invite you to register in our organization, World Organization of Surveillance and Close Protection Professional, according to the simple tutorial posted on LinkedIn. At the same time, considering you have many people who want to register between April and July, we will help colleagues to register without paying the registration fee, but only the membership fee. In April to July, we will help collect to join us, our organization, without paying the registration fee. The new badges of our organization that we represent today are personalized, as you can see. This is the leather badge from every members, with the name, with the number of in our organization. Yes, this is another badge with the number of the organization, and the badge for official badge is this. Is official with the number of in our registered in our organization, with the name. Yes, and I want to wear them in the field when you operate, in order to have your identity in case of a control during a legal action. Also, please send all the problems to the organization to get involved in your defense, because we have lawyer. I am lawyer, and we can initiate the procedures and explanation and mediation, because we know the problems in covert surveillance. We know the law in covert surveillance, in international matters, and we can discuss with the institution in your help. But the condition is to be in official operation, and will be legal in covert operation. You don't tell to your institution, to the men who control this activity, that are in covert surveillance, because you are in under investigation in the fields, because covert surveillance is a method for investigators. We are investigators, and we apply the methods in covert surveillance. And in the same time, this badge, letter badge, is to put on the clothes. Yes, but it's your variant to work with them. You are an organization. We are a board. We can discuss, and we can solve all the problems. You can tell us and contact immediately to analyze the problem, and to come in your help and your investigation, to explain to the institution that you are legal, you are an investigator in the fields, and everything is okay, is legal. Thank you for our live. I wait new members who contact me. I put the tutorial on the LinkedIn, and if you want to discuss about a specific lesson, please give me a sign, a message, or an email to discuss about everything you want. I discuss in general aspects the lessons, the methods. At my training, we can discuss in depth. Okay, thank you very much. We will meet at next Sunday. Bye.